I'm back at the Bethany House. I was here last June and started detecting. I found a mercury dime. I found a Spanish half real a couple feet from my car. I found a couple wheat cents and a really cool Tootsie car. So the house that's over in this direction here, this White House there that's behind me right there, that house was built in 1873. This is an organization, like I said in my last video, that supports young women aging out of the foster care. It's amazing what they do to help give them a good start in life. So what they do is just so amazing. And when I was here detecting last time, I spoke with the director and said, you know, I'm finding a couple good things here. I almost want to stop detecting. And I can invite some friends over and we all just make donations to your organization and we'll have a good day detecting. So I was shooting for about 10, 12 people. I think I might be just over 20. Word of mouth, friends of friends, just kept snowballing and I couldn't be happier. So everybody I've asked just to make a donation they feel comfortable making. So hopefully we're raising some good money and also just doing something we really love doing, which is metal detecting. And not only do I have the permission here at the Bethany House, but if I turn you around slightly, there's a field across the road here, just past that blue barn there. There's a field over there that I've detected 2 times before. I did find a Spanish coin over there as well, and I found a couple of large cents, a couple of buttons. I only focused in one particular area though. They had knocked down a house. I haven't detected that entire field. So we have close to 150 acres to detect on, about 20 people. I've done some additional research here since I've been here last and since I've last detected that field. And let me go get the printouts and show you the interesting history that was here that I didn't know about when I detected before. So I'm going to share all this information with everybody that comes today and see what we can find. I am very excited, obviously, to find stuff myself, but I think I'm more excited if people that are coming, if they find great things. So to that point, I bought some Dunkin' Donuts this morning. I bought some snacks for later in the day, and I bought a gift card for Dunkin' Donuts for $10. So whoever can show me the oldest coin, so whoever finds the oldest coin today, basically, is gonna get that $10 gift card. So just to make things a little fun. So yeah, let me show you the history. Okay, so this is a little bit of the research that I've done on this place. What you're looking at is a printout that I put together for everybody that's attending here. On this is actually 2 overlaid images. In the background is the actual current satellite photos, which is just a slightly dark image underneath. And on top are the Beers maps from 1872. I've done my best to overlay a couple roads here. So this road here is the road that we're actually on. This property right here is the Bethany House where I'm currently standing. And across the road here is the field that we have access to. So I've done my very best to line up some key roads in this map to the current satellite image. And when I zoom down in onto the Bethany property that we're on, something very interesting shows up. Now, these old maps, they seem fairly accurate, but they may not be as precise, obviously, as current satellite images. So there could be a little discrepancy in where things line up. But this right here is the house that I just showed you, and we're standing basically, in this field here. This is all part of the Bethany property.
And what this shows us is that at one point there was a road that ran through here, either right through the property or right next to the property. It also shows us that there's a house. Now, the timing of the map and the building of the house is quite interesting because the house was built in 1873, and this map is from 1872. So I don't know if they're showing us that dot, if that represents the house or if that's a completely different house. Being that it's offset from the road so much, I almost feel like this is an older home here. And if we're looking in the field, that home may have existed somewhere right over in this area here. So we'll find out as we detect. I'm hoping to find out some history on that. And as I turn the page here, I have one more close-up of the farm that we're going to be detecting across the street. Now, on this farm, there was a house that was knocked down roughly here where my finger is. And I don't know if this home here represents that home, if maybe the map scaling is off a little bit. But a couple things of interest here for me is if this is not the house that I've detected at, that means there may be an older property on the farm a little bit south of where I had detected. It also tells me there was iron ore work being done here. Also tells me that just adjacent to the property was a school. So there might be some very interesting stuff up in this corner over here. And also, again, maybe just on or just adjacent to the property, there was some kind of sandbanks here. I'm not sure what that represents in these old maps. But I think there's some interesting history on both of these properties that I had not explored in previous times here. So I'm hoping that people will find some artifacts and some coins that can lead us to understanding a little bit more about the history and these maps.
All right, we got the day started here. I would say maybe about 10 people have showed up so far. I know that there's going to be a variety of people staggering in. So I gave everybody the overview of the land and where they can detect and where they may find some good stuff. I'm kind of hanging around my car for the time being to help people as they show up. And I found a buckle. Yeah, right here, not super far from my car. You know, so we know that there's just a ton of old history here. I'm excited to see what I can find, but more excited to see what everybody else finds. And I sincerely hope they find some great stuff here today. Hopefully I'll be back with some more great relics like this nice old buckle. All right, I'm here with my friends Camille and Jeremy. I've detected with them before. I did a video back when was that, over the summer at some point. So they're new to the hobby, but they're here today having fun. Camille's been finding a whole bunch of golf balls. So apparently someone in this field swings the golf balls down the field, and she's been finding a whole bunch here. A little pile there. But I just got a really nice hit and nice solid like low tone signal, and decided to maybe like a 17, 18. And I just pulled out this ring. I will have to clean it up to figure out if it is anything precious. I highly doubt it. That would be one huge diamond, but we'll clean it up and hopefully there'll be some markings. Perhaps it's silver. Didn't read that high that it probably is silver, but fun just the same. So I'll keep digging. Camille wants to show one of the finds that she just got. We found that on the surface.
Camille and I make our way over to Pete from Digstock. Check out those events if you haven't done so already. There is one coming up in March in North Carolina. We started talking with him, but the wind was a bit strong and messed up the audio. He had just dug a rather unique buckle of some sort. I had heard rumor of him finding a barber quarter, and I asked about that. Oh, yeah.
Whoa, that's cool.
That's in beautiful shape.
They usually don't come from a farm field like that.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's that is
That
a
was great.
nice quarter.
Then up by the home site, I got the little compact.
Oh, yeah, you're crushing it. Pete continued to pull out a few more items that he had found thus far that day. Quite frankly, he could have gone home just after finding that barber quarter, but I believe he had a flat button there, maybe some clad, and a musket ball, and some sort of ring that he found as well. So, quite frankly, he was just crushing it. At this point, I made my way over to the area where the farmhouse once stood. This is where I had found a 1 real and several large cents. I was first pointing out the location of the real, then the large cents. I had just gotten a nice signal amongst a bunch of trashy signals and pulled what at first I thought was a coin. But then upon seeing the other side, there was a shank there at one point. I love finding buttons. This was probably from the 1800s. Only a minute or so after finding the button, I found this rather unique small lead bullet. I still need to do a little research on this to know exactly what this is, but another good signal found, a couple feet away from that button that I had just found.
All right, I made my way across the field. Over in that direction is the silo and the house site that I was detecting at, and just decided to try to expand out and try other parts of the field. Just got a really nice signal, a really nice hit, I should say, and this here appears to be a toe tap. You can see all the little holes in it where they would have attached this to the front part of the shoe to preserve the leather, much like a heel plate, but this here would have gone on the front of the shoe. So, sign of just people living and working here, and just a completely different way of life. If you think about, when we go through a pair of shoes or sneakers, we throw them away and just buy a new one. And, here, shoes, your leather soles were precious, and they protected them with metal. I can only imagine it may have been slightly more uncomfortable to walk in, but that's what this is here, a toe tap found kind of in the middle of a huge field. I had spent a bit of time over at the farm, and on making my way back to the Bethany house, I had seen everyone back there methodically detecting away. Turns out, when I was gone, a half dime had been found near to where I had found the half real earlier this year. Overall, there were several large cents found, a lot of Wheaties, a silver merc, a silver rosy, a lot of beautiful buttons, and some protobells. I know of 2 Indian head pennies and a flying eagle. I heard rumor of a second half dime, so I went over to check that out. That thing is gorgeous.
It's as pretty as his, was
The barber.
barber, quarter.
I could not have asked for a better day. The weather was perfect. Collectively, we found some amazing things. The spot we were on produced some items that are seldom seen when detecting, and we helped out a very good cause. I got to spend the day with some friends that I routinely detect with, and I got to meet some people for the first time that I've been following on YouTube and Facebook. I think we more or less confirmed that a house once existed prior to the Bethany house, and most likely the road as well.
All that long, and decided to kind of hold off detecting. I had talked to the director at the time and said, hey, I could probably get some people together. That is a donkey burrowing. I live in an interesting area. We'll wait for them to finish here.